So, in today's video, I need some skulls, about 2 inches or so, just the front face. So, I'm going to make a mould. I'm going to make a silicone mould, and then I can cast some more for projects that I've got coming up in the next few days, few weeks. So, first off, we'll zoom you in for a close-up. We have this fella. This fella is about the right size. Whatever, some kind of creepy hanging cheapo flying skeleton that's all covered in mud and seen better days from something we were doing. But the head is about right. So don't look. We'll have that away. It's got a little LED module in the back. Oh well, that's not the crux of today. Its head's on some kind of metal gimbal as well. Oh dear. Should have thought about this before I started the video. Actually, we don't need the back of its head, so I'm going to do a bit of surgery to get that out. Right. That should come out. Come on. Come on. Right. Don't need that anymore. So, we've got all that finger bobs, if you're old enough to remember. Let's get this skull. And we actually only want this front half. So I'm going to cut the jawline basically. That sits. That's okay. Just running, you should have a bit more of that away. Let's come round here. Be careful with scissors. When you're doing things like this, all sorts of unpredictable things happen. There he is. So what we need to do now is put him in some kind of tray. He says things just seem to go missing. Here's a tray. But it's not deep enough. Okay. What else have we got on the shelf? Here's one. That'll do. That'll do. So he's sat in the bottom of that tray. I'm quite happy with that. Then what I'm going to do is I've got this just a little bit of clay, modelling clay. Just going to put a little bit of a bead around him. So the silicone, when I pour it, doesn't actually get underneath. And fill him up from the back. Oops. Making a bit of a hash of this, I'm afraid. You could use glue it in. My glue gun's in the other workshop. And it's raining. I'm going to pop him in there. And I'm just gently going to firm that clay round. I know you can't really see very well, but I'm basically just moulding the clay. You just see there. Excuse me. You just see there, I'm just moulding the clay around that edge so that when I pour the silicone in, it doesn't go into the head. That's got it. Now, because this is quite a big pot, I could do with actually shortening that up a little bit. There's quite a lot of wasted silicone in this corner. So I'm going to take a fairly big chunk of clay. You can buy mould boxes. I do have one somewhere, but I think you'll find, as you watch my videos, there's a lot of somewheres that things might be, invariably aren't. Remember, I'm not actually going to the full depth of the box. Just enough to actually probably want, this where his jawline is there, we probably just want to come about 5mm above that. Don't want to spend a fortune on silicone. I'm sorry, this is a bit laborious. Please feel free to fast forward through me just doing clay. Sort of thing I'd do. We're in for a really rainy afternoon here in Norfolk. Long before the roof starts dripping. Oh, there we go. A bit of a hole in the studio roof. Or the studio roof, as we call it, as they say. In Norfolk. Right. Make myself a little space for it. Put the lid back on so it doesn't go off. Put it over there. Now, somewhere on here. Somewhere on here. Oh, I thought I'd got some wooden sticks. Like I said, everything's got a mind of its own. Oh, I'll have to use this. What's that? I'm just going to tease this together. Just make sure. Make sure it's all set up in there. And we're going to get a good mould. Okay. Super. There we go. So basically we've embedded that now in some clay. Made this box a lot smaller so we don't waste probably the same amount of silicone that I was going to mould the skull into in the first place. So I'll pop that to one side for a minute. Oh, I have to get the old towel in the wash. Right, so what we've got is, who's this? BB Dino silicone mould. I've got the microphone on the bench rather than clipped to me, so I'm sorry if that was a huge bang coming through the speakers. This is part A, this is part B. Simple as equal quantities. Now for the clay. So to do that, we've got some plastic cups, plastic drinking cups. And I'm going to pour out some A. I'm going to pour out some B. And a side-by-side comparison. By Jove, I got it right. Now, what you probably noticed is that I've got 2 cups, 3/4 fulls, put those together, going to be more than the other cup. Didn't think this through, really, did I? Okay, we'll get around that one. We'll get around that one by... So we know that total quantity. So we'll pour half in there. Total quantity matches. And we'll do half in there again. We'll do that. Again, looking good. We're going to mix those 2 together. Now, make sure you get everything from around the edges of this one. And leave those off to the side for a minute. And then we are going to give it a vigorous stir. You are looking to use a large flat blade and scrape down the sides of the containers, and then scrape that into the middle, and then give it a really good stir. Again, just scrape down the sides, and we're using the flat blade to move the silicone mix around. Don't use a small dowel or anything, or pencil or something like that. We're looking for the actual shearing action of the stick, lolly stick, depressor stick. We're looking for that shearing action to actually mix the 2 parts together. Oh, it really is raining. I don't know if the microphone's picking that up, but that's it's an actual rain. So I'm good with that. And then this first batch, I'm just going to gently, let's come back into the camera. I'm just going to gently float this down in one corner and then let it fill. Basically, I'm just letting it just gently fill out. I'm not introducing any air bubbles. This BB Lino stuff is actually quite good. It's, any bubbles that are in here from the mix are only very microscopic bubbles. Just conscious that I've got constant forming bubble here at the bottom. I'm just going to see if I can just seal that away. There we go. Okay. So that one had mix in it that's going off. That one only had part A in it. So I'm going to mix the last of part B. Again, taking as much out as I can. Part A. Again, good stir. Going down the going down the sides of the pot. Make sure I get all of that part A and part B mixed thoroughly. And then this is still workable. I'd never do a double pour onto a surface that's already started to set up, because you'll end up with it delaminating later on if it hasn't bonded together. So I'm going to pour the rest of that in there now. There we go. Now, according to the instructions, oh, what a mucky pup I am. Throw all that lot away later. According to the instructions, that needs to set up for 5 hours before demoulding. So we'll do that overnight. I'll come back tomorrow and see what we've got. Hello. Nice sunny morning here in Norfolk. And the mould set up nice and solid this morning. So let's demould and see what we got. I was a little bit concerned last night. We got, you see there's a telltale green splodge in the back. That means we've got that leak we had yesterday that I was trying to get rid of. looks like it carried on leaking, so this might be a bit of a failure. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't seem to be coming out at the moment. Come on, out you come. Out you come. There we go. Not looking ideal at the moment, but let's get this clay off. A bit of extra flash. So actually, that doesn't look too bad. I'm just going to ease the original sculpt just out, just separate it from the mould. Something sticking there. Let me just it's the back where it seeped through, and there's a look, didn't spot that, did I? There's a blooming hole in it. So over the course of the night, that's over the course of the setting up period, that's leaked in. Oh well, I should pay more attention, shouldn't I? It's not caused us too much trouble, not wasted too much. To be quite honest, that could go again. I'll pop that in there, and then so there's a little bit of flash, around there, a little bit of stuff still stuck in it, and this is just where it overflowed around the edges. Just take the scissors to that, and cut that away. Tidy that up. Well, sorry if the sound's a bit different this morning. I've not got the clip-on mics on at the moment because they're flat, and I must admit I was quite eager to get on with demoulding this and have a little look, see what's going on with it. Also, you can just see, look, just in there, I don't know if you can actually see it properly, but just in there, there's a little button where that hole was. So we just need to make sure we snip that out. Otherwise, all the moulds that I make are going to have that little button on them. But that looks all right. That doesn't look too bad. I might take that down to the office in a bit and just give that a swirl through, get rid of this clay. Get a bit of a tidy up, but there you go. There is the skull mould. I'm really quite happy with that. Not bad at all. So in the next video, we'll cast it up with something. Herculite, jasmonite, bit of hot glue maybe. Hot glue's a good one for doing stuff, especially small scale stuff. So in the next video, we'll do some casting. All right, catch you in a bit.